Hey, this is Samuel G, and I decided to kick off my new season. I'm gonna call it the new season, so that way I'm gonna make it official. This is the new Samuel G season kicking off. All right, so I want to start by uh, doing a tag video. A tag video is always nice, and it is something that I miss a lot because it creates interaction and everything, and it allows you also to give a shout out to some of your friends out there, the people you want to interact with or you like to interact with. And so there you go. I was thinking about it, and it's really hard to do a tag video because they've been done. I mean, a lot of them have been done. It's hard to find new topic, and I don't know if I have a new one here. I digged a little bit. I went back and I find so many of them. And some are variation of the same thing. So anyway, man, I feel like it's been a long time. So let's just kick with it. It's gonna be top 5 RPG memories, and the top 5 RPG memories is gonna be about. It can be about everything. It can be about a situation that happened in gaming, in play, a scene, a campaign you've been in, a character you've been portraying, whatever. It can also be something around it, like a social situation. First time you went into a con, first time you did the vlogging thing, whatever. So, all right. So let's get it started. My first one of my favorite memories I have of role-playing game is when I introduced my girlfriend to Burning Wheel. My girlfriend doesn't come from an RPG background. She comes from a really normal background, so she doesn't have she has this she used to have this common consideration about RPG that is a geek thing. It's about a bunch of nerds and stuff, and it's not that she doesn't like it, but she never cared about it. And when I got into RPG big time, she was kind of surprised, because it came out of nowhere for her in our relationship. But anyway, so I started to teach her Burning Wheel, and the first night, after a couple hours, something great happened. And it's a typical Burning Wheel situation. It happens, every game or so in Burning Wheel, but it has to happen on her first session. So basically, it's you have an Artha wheel in Burning Wheel, a cycle of Artha. One of those Artha is called Fate, and when you spend a Fate point, it allows you to re-roll your sixes on your dice pool, D6 dice pool that you roll. So sometimes you need 4 or 5 successes to achieve your intent. And so if you miss 1 or 2 successes and you have a couple sixes in your dice pool, you spend a fate point and you get to re-roll those to get those successes. And so she's on her last fate point, and she needs 1 success. And this is the kind of situation that happens in Burning Wheel. It happens often. Doesn't happen every time, but it happens often, where it's your last fate. You need 1 success, and you have a 1 6. So it's like a 1 re-roll kind of thing. So she reached that apex, that climax where, all right, so this is it. She was fighting like a giant wildcat somehow in a forest. She was alone. It was a one-on-one game, so no help coming from nobody, nowhere. And we're there, and she rolls the dice. She sees she needs 1 more successes, and she can spend the face. So she take the dice, and I stand up, and she stands up around the table, and then she rolled it, and she get the success she wanted. So she starts screaming and jumping, and the tension was really, really high. So she starts screaming and jumping and just laughing, and she falls on the ground, and she starts rolling on herself in happiness, because she killed that cat. And me, I'm watching this, and I'm like, I'm just laughing and smiling and saying to myself, this is it. She's gonna like this game. She's gonna like to play, and we've been playing a little bit since. And she, but it was just amazing. First session, she was screaming and laughing and rolling on the ground and just like yes, yes, yes. So this is it. This is my first really nice memory I have in RPG. Another one is it happens with the brigade. It's when I finished my first long campaign, traveler campaign online. So for me, this campaign was really special. It was my first online campaign. It was the first campaign I was trying to do a lot of stuff, trying to use social contract, trying to use, it was the first time for a lot of things. I didn't had a lot of experience GMing at the time. I was GMing Shadowrun a little bit at home for almost a year, but it was not, so this one was regular. It was something like 20 sessions. It was online, first time online, and first time doing Traveler as well. So it was a really special session. So Shaner was in the group, Bash Biznet was in the group, Swamper and Gotnog, and so yeah, it was an amazing experience, and also getting to close the arc. For me, it was a big issue about that because I felt like most campaign never finish. That either the group dissolve or they change interest and they don't finish it or whatever. So for me, it was important to finish, and I put some pressure on my shoulder to reach that goal, and I achieved it, and it was like there was a feel of accomplishment coming out of that. So one of my best memories in RPG. Even with the finale, that was really awkward because the finale in that campaign was like, even have we really won? I mean, we've been beat up so bad. Are we happy how it ended? It was a really weird finale, and I kind of like it, even though sometimes today I think about it and I'm like, that's great, because everything is not perfect in real life. I mean, everything is not always like they married and they have a lot of children. Sometimes it ends up that even if you kind of get what you want, you don't get it all, and sometimes it leaves a bad taste in the mouth, kind of thing. So it was great. I liked it for that. Another great memory I have is in RPG is when I started vlogging. Because when I started vlogging and I started to develop those relationships with people online, it kind of created something in my life that was not there before. The idea that having a hobby and talking about this hobby with the people, and developing those relations, and just being able to explore that range of ideas and emotion and situation that uh, that get to I don't know. It's just having this in your life allows for so many other things around it. So when I started vlogging it about RPG, it kind of officially put the stamp that I'm an RPG person. I have RPG in my life, and it's hard to explain because it's never always been there. When I was a kid, it was a little bit there, but then I moved away from it for many years, and then there was this strange feeling that I needed to come back to it that came later on in my life, and by starting to watch videos online, and started to vlog about and become part of this community. I don't know. It's one of my best memory. Yeah, about RPG, definitely. One of my other really great um, memory, sorry, about RPG is first time I was GMing, because when I started to GM, there was this whole idea of having people coming over at your house, inviting people over, and getting to know these people, and getting to, since it was a really traditional background, traditional way of doing things. Uh, it was this moment where uh, I was preparing everything. You know, everything was like there was like prep all over the place. You know, it was like preparing the pencil, preparing the paper, preparing the place, preparing the and it was like every Sunday, and it was oh man, it was excruciating because I was getting prepared. You know, to receive these people at home and to play uh, and most of these people I didn't know them much. I met them because I've moved. I've at this moment I've moved into a new city, and I didn't knew these people. There was one of the guys is the clerk at the. It's really funny. One of the guy is the clerk at the corner there, the video game store at the corner there. I went there, talked with the guy, find out he likes RPG, invite him over, bring your friends. He brings his friends, and we started this group of Shadowrun, and then it's and some of these guys now I play Burning Wheel with. It's just anyway, you know, it's like this the social, you know, this social aspect that allowed me to get in touch with the crowd in this new city that I didn't know nobody. So that's a great memory. And this is the same year I started vlogging. It happens at the same time. It's like this and this is why I come back to it every fall season, because it was fall. It was in the fall season. It was the same, you know, September era kind of thing. So that's three. My fourth one is when uh, my friend Ben introduced me to Burning Wheel. So he came over for the weekend, and I say, man, I'm gonna show you this way of the. I was so this is really interesting. I was all about the social contract and how to. I was thinking it was an era last year where it was a period where I was like thinking about how you can play a game, you know, and taking away all the stuff that irritates you. So I made kind of a list of the things that irritates me, and then I started to to develop a way to do a social contract about that, and then by doing so I kind of just started to, you know, to try stuff with game design, and not game design but hacking and cannibalizing and stuff. So I create this scenario and I say, come over for the weekend, I'm going to show you something. This is the stuff that if you do these things, your RPG experience is going to get better. So he comes over, I show him, you know, this way of doing things, and he's like, oh, nice, that's great. Then he put his hand in his bag and say, I have a present for you. And then he gives me Burning Wheel, the Burning Wheel Gold book. And then by showing me the book, he's like, we're gonna burn characters tonight and we're gonna play tomorrow. And everything I was trying to teach him about the social contract and everything just went out the window, because the game was built in a way that it you know, it allowed the experience to be even better without all the hassle. So I was like, wow. So this was last year. It's a big epiphany in my RPG memories. Like when he gave me that book as a present, and the book is golden, like it looks like a Bible. He gave me that book, and it was such a special moment. And this dude, his name is Ben, is also the same guy who introduced me to Pathfinder, who actually GM'd me my first RPG session 2 years before that, kind of thing. Huge moment, one of my best memories. And this one leads me to when I met Emergent Play, when we went together at PAX East in Boston. This is one of the best RPG memories I have in my life. This experience there, going at PAX, meeting the designer, meeting all kinds of people from the indie RPG community, getting to try games there. That weekend, that like 2 or 3 days of a convention at PAX was with Larry, who is like, you know, one of you know, a great guy. You know, he knows so many things. He taught me so many things there. We discussed on the way. It was like a road trip. So just that really intense 3 days of gaming there with people, and I've learned so much that when I came back, all my paradigm was changed, and yeah, so I just got even deeper into the RPG community thing. So this is it. So these were my my top 5 memories in RPG. Now, what's yours? So the tradition in the tag videos is to tag people. So here are my 5 tags. So I'd like to hear about Samwise 5 memories, Samwise 7. I want to hear Fun Trodden, best memories, Chipula Pepe. I want to hear RedDiceDiaries, best memories. I'd like to hear Runeslinger as well. What's your top 5 memories in RPG, and then Nolinquisitor. So there you go, people. Thank you for watching, and I'd like to hear your memories. Talk to you soon.